adia sa chi bi na no pay na on the Manchester supporters ni bi ani age
ade
amoni age pa enembo no areas be for kakra bi ekone kakra na omoni ji age ne say unse what news be about your club any players are club which is here player wo ho oma wo ahotoso o say player we there esan the boy wo bo ne club nti oba obebo ye ne sa anyamanyama no but adia football fans so nyin to muni say when say what is say no Manchester United are consult to intermediaries say omundilo on their behalf with Brighton for Carlos Baleba. Na eno na Manchester supporters na ti omani age but we den kanei say Baleba or Brighton na okaje so ya de che Manchester Midfielders no mo at the holding role na omonti ase da wo ba say wo ba betu o meboa nti ekosi eno asema na wo kan say sometimes okasa ya na manfufu se bia o tan club bi but that is not the issue when you are analyzing issues sometimes say we emotions free now we analyze issue no club timi ko difficulties mo say club ko difficulties ma what timi ko to player bi o de wa dwunu wo say player we de enya de obeboa ye but because obebo club tini wa gia tum say player no ni bo chen obi a and a top club ya mama example we de me am dem ho be example me kai say Milan e ko difficulties no even during the Berlusconi in the latter years at AC Milan. Na Milan koto Zapata to replace Thiago Silva. Time Milan ton Thiago Silva nema PSG. So two. Menia J. So timoni mza kwa we Thiago Silva yo kwa no Zapata. Difference ni muwa. But because o share ayi ofana tarea, you want to hype the player for the world to see the player na yade. But we have critical analysis of the issue what me say. The okwe the obey the obey wo form change the okono. Be ye sure say na kuri bia to mo. Me kai say ayi Fabregas ko ye no. Uza mo ke kan sem bebre. Oh obakwa won ko we ye hwan kwa na mko to ne be share Fabregas anan no.
Fabregas ko experiment yo boy yo ba AC Milan be bo bi kakra.
Yeah.
The next one yes kai. Flamini be bo kakra. We experiment sa unyo bi otizo no. One way one position we try players be 3. Then and crazy here bi ho. But take we am ke cancel so we ko ongo.
Nti
no got statistics here chen.
Nti obo say you might even believe say the okoro the oba na ya de chen. Afi be wo season na we most be bia ogina na ogina nti wo bakwa na do stage bi nti ko do stage bi ya then afi no realize say no club need here massive changes and you only on the foot players have to from the top till the down and some results are start here and me feel say that situation no e bi na Manchester United we say which the supporters are refusing to accept player be na Manchester Anto episode to post Ferguson. But resource, position, trophies, and yet consistent. So what did I say? To say when Ferguson was there, and the ambassador me change and say, a do stage where we need to understand. Said this is the situation I want. Na yin na yin too. Baleba ya kind of wants me. Manchester United is going to pay, and it might be. Manchester record transfer say still a Pogba ni kwa no. Okay. Mejitu ye say we be break Pogba there no. Say Manchester here Baleba pa e be break e be beat no. I would oba country but that is the issue. Don't forget say this is a club at Tonka said 120 million pounds. Omoto Baleba from Lille no. Omoto 27 million euros plus 3 million add-ons. As
87 million euro.
I know you want
75.9 million.
One at this idea never told.
Yeah, for CIS observatory.
Oh.
So they give the valuation.
There be only my valuation of players. Player there a club na boni bu. Omo there they will guess. They will guess. obi any word in the player akomo bi say chem ne ball
this evaluation na okope player how they call you do omo metrics no auto say ni age say ni way say
omo de omo analyze player no and omo full say based on player no omo analyze no omo share ni strength ni weakness ni ball bonus do sitie no omo to mba bi no maye omo dwuma
so that's your value
there be eno you know wo de ko fasesi omo say Florent Vit e bia Liverpool ko to no say scan Liverpool twa na enye sa no mbe value Florent Vit
but when they Liverpool twa they agreed with the value the club give.
Etina make
say bi ko bi one no madwane.
Etina make say player board there a club na kire. And sometimes a agreement between the player and the club. It won't say spend your own personal confusion no. Say buyout clause.
So that's your value.
So what I'm say. But in players or money buyout clauses no. Okwa woni club na ko negotiate. Club na bebo bo. Eti the obiti baby aye there it doesn't come in. Utie reports are to these are reports. Say Manchester offer 75 million plus 10 million add-ons.
That is it. We know the coin.
Omonim say Brighton will not accept.
We know the coin.
Brighton will not accept. And at this stage, dealing with Brighton, any player will be key to the Brighton team in Carlos Baleba. Very difficult. If Brighton to meet on Caicedo 120 million pounds, don't expect Brighton to pick less than 100 million on Baleba. Because on his age on the side, or 21 years. And they said you're holding me for this Boesia ding. When Arsenal offered Declan Rice 120, Sir Rodri, and then Akebia Manchester City Cotona, Bizoto, and they be want to bear 25, 26. Manchester City will be paying over 100 million. Eti akwa position ba kwa auto player or ne boarding, especially when the player is from the Premier League. Eti so mo de Baleba siwo. No mo forwarding me for this so mo Premier League top holding me for this. Ti say Declan Rice. Time Arsenal got from West Ham. Ti say Caicedo when Chelsea turn from Air Brighton. Any sikano mutua na Brighton will never accept anything less than 100 million. Ubetimi make you debate. But based on Mizoto, the current transfer market ne kwan fa so to players no. Be grudge Brighton. But the issue is only the Manchester United here na and it's yes, Adana mebeka wa ha. Say one area I bet me improve Manchester team so much even than a striker obeshe go. How poor Manchester United holding midfield role no players no mo do mo bono. Omontimi nchirechire role no mu ye. Casemiro and then Ugarte.
I said they demand 100 million pounds.
And I make a just say someone say they will look at other players or makwa other clubs and on board that position. So they mention no. And almost omaton bida. Omoton Caicedo not say Baleba. We crab ball progression and in the take-ons better than Caicedo. Defensively, Caicedo is better than Baleba.
So, in 2023 August, they paid 23.2 million from Lille.
Lille, yeah.
23 million.
Yeah.
And Uzika Koto Bango
and I say 2
years. 2 years was
future sales be Brighton be Biano. Lille over 15% in the transfer. It is scale of Mokwaji. So remember I say 100 million I'm so too. You have to pay 15% of it to Leo.
That's 15 million.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is say, Yemfa player, I know the price of the Yemfa to a club is in determined. But this is an upgrade. Uto player be say ya, Mizoto, or the BB Sun Kobe team no more than Omuni. And only the Mimi Fu said, Mizoto, we should look at NA. And it come back to Yen 70 Biania can say. Before Manchester United bet me a call almost say. Omubeye closer to the top four no. They need to make certain additions. No replace and no more last week and here come wasem. Omo here some additions and some no get closer. Because Saroya ye kan holding me food rower. Abe so important in any team setup no. Yemfa teams no more top four no. Zoto compare their holding midfielders to Manchester United. They no more say no. and how am I useful to our teams? City, Rodri, Liverpool, Gravenberch, Chelsea, Caicedo. Arsenal move from Partey to Zubimendi. So far, even clubs on media pick Newcastle. Newcastle holding for the Bruno Guimaraes show. For Bruno Guimaraes, they enough for Manchester United holding me for this. No. Villa, Yuri Telemas. Before last season, Omobabo season, no more Yuri Telemas. And Juventus boy, is it Diego Luis? Douglas Luis. Share Tottenham Hotspur. Thomas Frank Bayern, Mr. Moko for Palinha. Time I was free Fulham, he was chased by a lot of Premier League clubs. And I was selling at that row. It's who for Tottenham to say Bissouma, Betancourt. I know about that row. Now for Palinha. Palinha is better than them at that row. It's actually how important a coach is and they are mabobone or mom work on it. We are talking about a rua. Because some years back, Real Madrid Lusuma Kelele at that row. It took Real Madrid so many years. And son of Mubenya, a player cast in the mood of McLaren, even though with different characteristics as a player. Alonso ne Kedira. And son of Real Madrid 8 me I sell it. She Arsenal makes Vieira. It's a roy and friend Niagro. It's me Manchester team no. Na me home games on but na me Casemiro na me Gata. Yes, maybe they might fit into certain things, but how the coach want to play. Sa born na Manchester person mu pie free a chire na mu person opponent ne be press ma on be beat press no. Umfa Gata ne Casemiro ne be kwakoye. It's omu nei omu timi to bi se baleba no mo de ne ba. So to say apeja omo level no. Na do omu kosoro kakra. Na fi hu se Manchester United for moba wa ba wie no they will need time and some players no mo ni nyina no matimi ato o mase which other teams na timi aye o mo ahead of Manchester United etinya ho pepre building a team it takes time eno ne adem tutu na meka na be se Manchester for ne ti ase me hu se enu amanfo afefa video na Victor Jokeres o mo se ni game no ball na enu ano ankoye baby crowd o mo so yes wo bicycle kick no ahia mpa ho o yes o bo shot bi na na si form no ate ahwe na baby crowd o mo so Arsenal players nya ball mo mpa ase ma no enti na Victor Jokeres de asem beba wo so enkomo we yedi na kakra bi na meka ho ne sei gise Arsenal esisa kwan a o mo fa so attack ansa na fiti the style of Victor Jokeres. And no can who be tina time yes Jokeres nie sesku nie nam said the Arsenal si bo mu boyi bizoto coach no say ask yourself questions. At the end of the Arsenal I spend over 45 million euros akofa Kai Havertz to be their lead man. Me no nim say yes Kai Havertz the goal scoring rate and she don't need to be but can bad from Leverkusen or bad Chelsea even at Arsenal when you bad but you a season no I did about Arsenal problem with Kai Havertz and say opera no Saka supra it's Arsenal and Saka for the full season a corner at a person of us building the team and say our Saka becomes his Mo Salah. O the season in you know, my something closer to 20. Kai Havertz may be a something closer to 15. Na Martinelli, esuma be a 15. A 15 na amount 30, we 20 nebe kan one, so to amount 50 goals from your front three. Ebia in all competitions. So front three to me 50 goals are. I just say you are able to compete for any competition be or competing because and then no having strikers are a bit guarantee a lot of goals no e very difficult how so strikers no to eden and they will boom na so benya bi kura na e bi almost style of play no obi wa wo twen se wo de ball ne bebre no Arsenal so ball no mo ball no omo person mo attack and involve in their play eti ye fast na team na afa Jokeres e kwa be na sporting for fa so use Jokeres e kwa fa so use ni say omo supply ma no wo de position hu ye ye de ball be ma no about to net Ateta so ball no ball no so person striker ne bebo ni bi. Etinei enye se Jokeres no wasa media minim se de ebe sa na best season is start ebe ye. Se yan we ekọ ebe do point me ne kai have betu no. Etu ko ya Arsenal match a wo se Jokeres to bench na kai have start. Ene say just Arsenal sesa almost star Ateta sesa how Arsenal ball no to fit the style of Jokeres. Bukayo Saka nyabo sometimes he shouldn't be selfish. Try to find Jokeres because no the odibedi die the Bukayo Saka de bema no. On timi mpie ma magi ball e me create space ma te say the Kai Havertz here no. Emfa ball ma Bukayo Saka so go shebi. Because no one sha ho na be she. Enti for example Sporting Lisbon. Goals na Jokeres share no for other attackers around Jokeres. Me to when a season no more than 15 goals. 10 credit in ho. It's all their goals is centered around Jokeres. It's if Arsenal want to get the best out in Jokeres there, then Arsenal other attackers to say be a Martinelli, to say be a Bukayo Saka, they have to see say the only way for Jokeres so be successful at Arsenal, be guarantee Arsenal goals and say they should be providers for Jokeres. But omoyo imagine so many be competing for goals there, then Arsenal supporters ne be start Jokeres ikura ya boka aden ye koto no sika etwa yeso enti enya saade no bizoto season enche na ni nyina no top leagues no start but e ha adwene kakra say when you share Real Madrid team the last season any how it do the last hurdle of the season Real Madrid struggle you know it looks like Real Madrid in person do mo nsa be she omubutum akwakoto player especially at a specific position omuya on say amanfo yes debate win coach bia wo kwan of aso ni players a wo hia wo ni team coach bia yemu say ho say e dey na be mo bi say Palacios Granit Xhaka I sell in a system ebema Alonso results e Bayer Leverkusen. But that same coach ebeba Real Madrid because say Real Madrid coach season we mu with Tchouaméni, with Valverde, with Jude Bellingham. Some form me as individuals are. You might be tempted to believe that their individual qualities no are world class. But Real Madrid ain't me control games. To say be a fan of Real Madrid, ebi wa go Barcelona. One who Pedri, one who Frankie de Jong, or more control game. Real Madrid ne Barcelona ebo Barcelona age ball na Barcelona ebo na mzoto mu piapia ball na Real Madrid mefo de sentimi piapia bi ade na Pedri ye Real Madrid fo ni bi ade na Frankie de Jong Real Madrid fo ni bi ye ko fa Alonso team na Bayer Leverkusen ne de babeto sisi ya for bi say Granit Xhaka for bi say Palacios Granit Xhaka can easily become your deep lying playmaker until fa Tchouaméni nye say adwuma because the anti fa Tchouaméni nye say Alonso born now obono or yes coaches na the first point of attacking a build up from the back and when your players so comfortable on the ball especially your midfielders Sadio na Real Madrid ni no etimi yani wo beda ya adwene say transfer window ne ba na wie na Real Madrid entimi ampa controller afama coach e friend say Alonso based on how Alonso enya enyoma mienu either Alonso will change his style which looks quite difficult because time Real Madrid call World Club Championship no the way any say Real Madrid and go sa player ni bia ma me fa Adagula nko bo sa position no to see say bia Adagula becomes my Granit Xhaka but yeku na Real Madrid ko share PSG no zoto ye hu say Adagula adwuma na kakaka eti Real Madrid nko pe ready made obi a position no wa bo wa establishing ho no mo fa ne me boss a position no etinei se Real Madrid besa ko season ni mu biem with this same setup yes Valverde ya there Tchouaméni ya there Jude Bellingham ya there and this becomes Real Madrid midfield three it will be another season to Real Madrid will struggle because and the ball no the abane say clubs no mutimi contain the ball no more no omo chances of winning e was so a chance size omo more defensive.
Thank you.
And that is another problem. I'm looking at Real Madrid team. No, say they need to solve before I say no matter how competitive with Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona nye top signings but don't forget say it's a young team. Our players na fe no mu nyina obi tell Lamine Yamal so to the who last season no say the development because he will be better than last season. Obi to say Pedri because on your age he will be better than last season. Obi to say Rafinha he will develop more. Obi to say Kubasi he will develop more. Obi to say Balde he will develop more. They have a young team and after players no more develop. It's every single season if their development as planned. These players are Barcelona level ne beko so nti you will be looking at Real Madrid team no season e ba start no say they have the money to spend. Real Madrid will scared to spend. I don't know why they are quiet on the transfer market. Why a specific problem be wo ha as a club defense Real Madrid to me so. All right.